That being said, this is the final episode of Spearhead Sundays. It is over. It's the podcast is going to keep going. The host is just my final episode. The podcast going forward is going to be hosted by Trisha Paytas, and she'll host the podcast for about 6 months before she has another mental breakdown and leaves the podcast. At which stage I will resume control. The podcast will be 10 times bigger. I'll cut her out of everything and make my money because that's really how I like to do business, you know. The Frenemies podcast has ended. Obviously, she has a bit of time free in her schedule. I think that she should be hosting the Spearhead Sundays podcast. I will be taking 55% of the revenue, but that is to cover my costs. I need a lot of new types of sticks to hurt my editor with. So that's, you know, a lot of expenses are through there. I think the Frenemies shit is entertaining as a breakup. I also think it's exactly what was destined to happen. Like, of course that was going to happen. Hasn't that happened with every single person Trisha Paytas has ever worked with? I don't think it's Ethan's fault at all. I think that I don't think he's done anything wrong. I think that he's just had to deal, unfortunately, with the fallout of her mental illness, and that's what happens. But I do think that it's now, you know, opened up a potential business opportunity for a lot of podcasts out there. Like, Frenemies undeniably made Ethan's YouTube channel 10 times the size, you know? Like, it's so much bigger now. He's got so many more fans, a giant, massive new market of young women are flocking to Ethan's defense and are abandoning Trisha Paytas. He's huge on TikTok now. I think Trisha Paytas should start charging for this service. I reckon that what she should do is she should start up Paytas's social dysfunction service. And what she does is you create some kind of podcast, vlog series, YouTube series with Trisha Paytas, and she guarantees you about 6 months of stability just to get things off the ground, just to get things started, do a few merch drops, get partnered on YouTube, make a bit of money, and then after that 6 month period ends, then you have about 3 to 4 months where she'll have a mental breakdown. She'll cancel you on Twitter. She'll leave the show, and you retain ownership of everything, or your platform and everything like that. Your cut goes from 55% to 100%. And if you can survive the cancellation, you come out so much better for it. I mean, Ethan, congratulations, dude. You've made it. I think that's an incredible move you've done there. I don't think he's done it intentionally, absolutely not. And this is not a diss at Ethan. I like what he does, and I always have. He's a good guy. But also, man, imagine if he did do this on purpose. You know, like what a genius he would be. I mean, that's what I want to do. I want to start a business with Trisha Paytas so she can have a mental breakdown in 6 months, leave it, and I get 100% control. And the best part, everyone blames her for it. I mean, that's a hustle, right? It's literally hustling Trisha Paytas. I think it'd be good. I could start an OnlyFans with her. I'd be down for that. Maybe we could start some kind of mukbang vlogging experience that starts off with burgers and good times and, you know, ends with her storming off set and trying to ruin my life, which is unsuccessful. As perhaps she even orchestrated, you know? Maybe Trisha Paytas is a lot smarter than all of us, and she did charge Ethan for this. It's a great way to start a little business. Start a business with Trisha Paytas. She storms off set, gets you cancelled. You retain the audience. She gets paid, starts a new podcast business. She's already trying to do it. She's trying to link back up with David Dobrik. The man needs the help. I mean, I talk about getting the stick. He applied a crane to his mate's head. You know, that's the level that I aspire to be. This is all I can afford, an empty poster tube, which, by the way, you can fill. loosebeers.com, signed posters available now. You know, all I could afford was an empty poster tube. It's not even going to leave a mark, which is good for the police, but bad for my image.